Details of the first episode of Squid Game USA has just dropped, and oh my, these things you are going to see will blow you away. I'm not even joking here, there are so many crazy things that you won't expect. And before we get all into this, like and subscribe right now if you are excited for Squid Game USA. So, the first episode of Squid Game USA will basically begin with a shot of our protagonist struggling, and I know by now you're wondering who the main character will be. Well, that's going to be difficult to say exactly because I didn't think this season of Squid Game will have two protagonists. Wait a second now, don't jump into conclusions just yet. I said this because I really feel like we are going to be introduced to a whole new cast, and we are going to get an American protagonist, but we will get a follow-up story of Gi-hun's daughter as well. So yeah, the series will be centered around Ga-yeong and an American actor. A lot of people have been suggesting on who the lead American protagonist should be, and I already said in my previous videos that it will be Leonardo DiCaprio. We will get into some details on what our protagonists' lives are like before they got into the games. So the series will start off with Ga-yeong in the police station after she was arrested for stealing security footage from a nearby dinner. She had been trying to get the number plate of the car that the frontman came to visit her in. She has been trying to find her own little way, and she finally had a breakthrough, but she had to steal it. And now she is in custody. She keeps trying to convince the police just to take a look at the footage and try to run the number plate through their system to figure out who the car is registered to. But naturally, they aren't listening to her. I mean, who can blame them? She is just a kid, and they think she just stole the footage. Her mother ends up coming to bail her out and gets really mad at her. As they're leaving the station, we meet our second protagonist. He is being pulled into the station by some policemen, while Ga-yeong leaves with her mother. Now, in the police station, the man is being accused of breaking into his mother-in-law's house to see his own children. She has custody since she was named legal guardian over them, since he was found unfit to take care of his own children. Leonardo is basically homeless and is living on the streets, but he really misses his children and wants to be with them, even though his mother-in-law doesn't improve. This isn't the first time this happened. So the policeman just lock him up for a few hours to teach him a lesson and ask him not to do it again. When he's finally released, he's heading back to the spot he normally sleeps in when he runs into the recruiter and he plays the game with her to get some money. Take a moment to imagine Kate Blanchett as the recruiter and Leonardo DiCaprio as the man in this scene. That would be so wild. We are in for a performance of a lifetime. Those two actors will make something feel so captivating that we won't look away from our screens for even 1 second. Anyways, he gets the card with a number on it, and they end up going their separate ways. The next day, Ga-yeong is going through the train station and sees a man with a card with Squid Game shapes on it. She recognizes the card immediately and asks the man where he got it. He just tells her that he got it from a woman in the suit with a briefcase. He points her in the direction, and Ga-yeong runs down there immediately. Luckily, she meets the recruiter and asks if she's the one who has handed out the card with the shapes on it. The recruiter asks if she wants to play, and she says she has some questions. The recruiter doesn't care about her questions though, and is about to leave, so Ga-yeong tells her she will play. After each round, Ga-yeong asks her about the shapes and what it all means. The recruiter doesn't give her an actual answer, but tells her she can change her life and get the answers if she joins the games. She hands her the card and then leaves. Ga-yeong will try follow the woman, but she loses her in a crowd. She calls the number on the card and she's given a location with the time and date of that location. Then a few nights goes by, and she goes to the location. She's not the only one there. The other protagonist, Leonardo, is there as well, and they all get into a van that gasses them up to make them sleep, and they drive away. And guess what? Ga-yeong wakes up in the Squid Game dormitory. Now, this is where things get weird for everyone. She gets up, still feeling a little lightheaded. She looks around, trying to figure out what's really going on. Now, deep in her heart, she feels the sense of urgency and fright because she is now in the same outfit that she received from the frontman. She was in the same outfit that her father died in, and everyone in the hall is in the same clothes. Soon enough, the masked men come in to get them ready for their first game, and she approaches them asking questions, saying she wants to talk to the person in charge. But they aren't giving her an answer. When she begins causing a scene, they point a gun at her, asking her to step back. Leonardo is watching her as well as everyone in the dormitory. There are a total of 954 players. A lot more players than the original series. You see what I did there? I'll leave that tiny Easter egg for all of you to let me know what you think of that in the comments down below. I mean, this is America. Anyways, they go through the stairs and they get their pictures captured, and we get to take a note of a few players. They are taken to the arena of the first game, red light, green light. Oh yes, the vicious introduction to the game. I so love the idea of red light, green light being the first game. And oh my, there is nothing that will prepare you for the chaos that will follow here. Now, the instructions are given, and they are told those who fail are eliminated. Of course, they don't understand what elimination really means. Everyone can't believe that a children's game is how they win the big prize money of $100 million. Everything feels just so crazy. But Ga-yeong wants to take a chance to ask the masked man again. And our second protagonist, Leonardo, prepares to give it everything to win this game. As the game starts, everyone moves forward, and they stop when the song stops and the doll turns. Ga-yeong is standing still like an oak tree, remembering that she's probably the only one who's very cautious about the games, knowing that her father died in them. So when a few players stagger because they didn't pause in a stable position, they are shot, and Ga-yeong's eyes are in disbelief. But she stays put. I mean, she can't move even if she wanted to because she's in shock. The chaos that follows after this cannot be understood. Players begin running to the exit, just like in season 2, but all the doors are sealed. All of them are shot down. And I'm not talking about a measly 100 players. No, I'm speaking between 200 and 300 players are killed. As you can imagine, this probably took a lot of time. Leonardo is resting against the wall, trying to avoid getting hit by a runner and shot. He cannot believe the minutes of shooting that is happening. After about 2 minutes of the straight up massacre, the song plays again. Ga-yeong still doesn't move because she's so scared. She's in shock. She's terrified. But Leonardo walks and stops behind her. When the music stops and the doll turns, he tries to walk again when the music starts, but she still doesn't move. So he grabs her by the arm and pauses there. He tells her that if she doesn't move, then she'll die. The doll turns, and some other people are still getting shot. Ga-yeong still can't move. The song then starts again for the players to run, and Ga-yeong is still stuck. Move or you'll die. That's what Leonardo tells her, and the screen goes dark. That's where episode 1 will end. Like, can you imagine the tension anyone will feel watching that? Can you take a moment to picture the madness, the chaos? See you guys in the next video. Peace out and take care. Goodbye.